Hi, thank you for tuning in to Currently at Night Edition. And this is our question, this is our topic for this evening. Do you ever feel like it is a challenge to get someone who you want to help to admit that they need help? Maybe it is a friend, a personal relationship, or even a closer family member. Or maybe it's someone you work with or a neighbor, but someone who you really do want to be of assistance or to help. But in order to do so, you need to get them to admit that they actually do need help. Do you ever find that a challenge? Is that something that ever comes up? Because this is something that does come up, and it comes up more often than not, where again, a friend or a family member or maybe a neighbor confides in you that they're having a challenge, but they don't quite see it as something they need help with. And yet it is a topic and could be even a recurring topic of conversation. Well, something to keep in mind is that whenever we do have a problem, whenever we do need help with something in our lives or at work, or maybe it's even a creative problem, creative challenge, whenever we are in need, we always have some kind of vision, some kind of idea as to what would make things better. It could be a long-term vision, or it could be something that we might need sooner than later. But some way, somehow, whenever we are in need, whenever there's a challenge, circumstance that we're trying to get through, there's always some kind of idea of what would at least make things better, if not what would actually solve the challenge. And this idea, again, it could be something as big as a vision, like a vision for your life, or a vision for the time that this challenge is happening in, or it could be something that's more like a goal, something that is just a matter of taking a few steps, or maybe some kind of additional support. Whatever the challenge is, there's always some kind of idea as to what will make things better. And what is helpful is when you can go ahead and ask for that idea. Asking that friend or that family member, that neighbor, that person you work with, asking them, well, what would make things better? And hoping that person will take that second step and let you know what would make things better for them during this time or during this challenge. And if that person does choose to go further and to confide in you and to let you know what would make things better, then that's when you can go ahead and if you feel qualified, and that's the key point, is if you actually do feel qualified. So if that person says, what would make things better is this kind of support, and you feel that you're qualified to give that kind of support, then that's when you can go ahead and offer that next step, that level of support. And if you don't feel qualified, then at that point you can then say, well, if you ever just want to talk, that you're there, you can just simply become a part of that person's, an addition to that person's current support system, or a new source of support for that person. So either you're going to be qualified and you're going to be able to offer more help, or you're not going to feel qualified, at which point there's just the chance to just be an addition to that person's current support system. So in life, and just different times of year, we all go through times where we need help in some area of our life, and we shouldn't be discouraged to offer that help whenever we feel qualified to offer additional help. Otherwise, just being a part of each other's support system goes a long way. Thank you for tuning in to Currently, this evening edition. Hope you're having a great evening, and continue to tune in to this series Currently.